I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Danny.
And
no, we're not twins.
Okay.
Hey.
We're here and we're cowboys.
We're cowboys.
Cowboys again. Not again. We're cowboys for the
We've
first time.
always been cowboys.
Oh, Lord.
We've always been cowboys. Yup.
Have we?
We have. I know I have.
But do you know?
Do you
Do
really
you really
know?
know?
Yeah.
It always comes back to Whitney.
Of course, we always got. Of course, we always want to talk about Whitney. Yeah, that's all I
Like,
talk.
now I can grasp at him now.
Should I wear glasses? Yeah, I'll be
We're
okay.
already wearing glasses.
We're already here. I could just take them off.
We'll do whatever. What do you think, audience? Comment below. Hi, Danny.
Oh my god, I remember. I remember in elementary school there was this kid and he had eye problems and he had to someone was like, take off your glasses, let's see what you look like, and then he took his glasses off and his eyes went like that and people made fun of him. That was so mean.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
We're back to you can see that Danny's here in person again.
And I'm a cowboy.
We're both cowboys. Why are we cowboys, Danny?
Okay, so this is the thing. So so the topic is jobs. Work, jobs. And so
The Get a Job podcast.
How to get a job. And a man in 60 days.
Yep.
But not you.
Not
Me.
me. You.
But so we were originally I wanted to do uniforms, and somehow I misconstrued and I speak, and it ended up being formal wear, and then we were like, no, and I was like, no, and Jen was like, yes, and then we were gonna do formal wear, and then it ended up not being formal wear, and then we were gonna do uniforms, and then I've only ever worked where I've had to have a really uniform was
like a waiter.
Apparently. Yeah, and so I put it on this, and then Jonathan had his uniform, and he's like, but why do you look like that?
I'm like, I work at what I'm wearing.
Yeah, and Jonathan does delivery, and he kind of just wears whatever. And so
Even before that, it was a t-shirt.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know why you're dressed to the nines to go to work.
I know, I'm very fancy. I'm very, very fancy. But in the end, we just decided to put on...
Be cowboys.
No, we ended up putting on, formal, I guess. And then I decided to put on a silly hat, because my dad is Mexican and he has a bunch of hats.
These are both our dad's hats.
These are both our dad's hats. And then Jonathan was like, you should wear that. And I was like, if I'm wearing this, you should wear one. And then I put one on Jonathan, and now we're cowboys.
And now we're cowboys.
Can
you believe it, guys?
I believe it. The eyes of the ranger are upon you.
What was your first job?
My first job.
Were you always a cowboy, or was that your first job?
No, I just came into cowboying, and don't hit me. I came into cowboying, and it just calls to you. You kind of just have to answer that call.
Yeah, I saw a documentary about cowboys. Their lives are not easy.
When did you decide to be a cowboy?
I didn't decide to be a cowboy.
Then why are you a cowboy?
Like he says, it calls to you.
It calls to you? Well, I'm a cowboy.
And that depends on if you're going to answer the call or not.
All I know is the ranch, how to tie knots, and provide for my old lady. That's all I know.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I guess we ended here.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. We're just cowboys.
Let me start then. My first job... No, better question. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Is it always an artist?
I did always want to be an artist.
Okay.
That or a pop star, and I still want to be a pop star. I used to think that I still want to be a pop star.
Okay.
That's on the bucket list.
That's cute. I like that. For me, it was a...
You want to be a cop? You wanted to be a cop? No! No! You broke it. Oh my god.
No, it was always broken.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
you
it
broke
was.
it.
You didn't see it.
My poor grandmother.
You didn't see that it wasn't always broken. Okay, cut. I wanted to be a cop.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have... That was the boy thing to do.
And now you still are.
I guess I want to be a cop. And then my kindergarten teacher, bless her heart. I don't know how not bless her heart in a bad way, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I still have it too. She asked us, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And when she was we're like, "Oh, we want to be blah, we want to be blah, we want to be blah." She made a custom book of our occupation that we wanted to be.
And they were good ass books too. I
Yeah, they
will
had
say
like
that much.
it was me. I was a cop. It was Batman. I was
The cop that assisted Batman on how
to
to
catch Catwoman.
catch Catwoman.
Yeah. The factory is defunct now. But like
Is it?
I
Wow.
looked it up like a few years ago.
That's pretty
And
good.
like I had your name, I had some of my friends' names out at the time. It was interesting. Like I was like, this is a lot. I
Yeah.
remember thinking that.
They still make books like that.
Yeah, they do, of course.
They do.
But like I said, as specific as to get one boy, I remember he always said
You can still talk.
he always wanted to be a SpongeBob cowboy. And you best believe she got a book that was a SpongeBob cowboy.
No freaking way.
She did. She really did.
They don't make teachers like that anymore.
I know.
They don't.
Some of the other ones are like a mom, a princess. Someone said a mom. Isn't that cute?
That's very cute.
Happy International Women's Day. Happy
Hey.
Women's Day.
Shout out to all the women out there.
Okay. What about you? You said you always wanted to be an artist?
I always wanted to be an artist. I always wanted to be poor, I guess, is what.
Hello?
I always
Pop stars
wanted to
aren't
be
poor.
hungry.
Pop stars aren't poor.
What?
Pop stars aren't poor.
Some of them are.
Fifth Harmony.
Fifth Harmony.
Anyways,
Yeah.
let's not talk about that.
But speaking of work,
You ain't gotta work from
work.
home. We can work from home.
We can work from home. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I would love to work from home.
You kind of don't, actually.
That's what I want to do.
But my first job,
Your first job, let's go.
I worked at a pawn shop called Sherry's Pawn. Yeah, put on this hat. You're gonna wear this hat. Put it on.
Like I took it off.
Yes.
Okay.
What does it look like? Okay. You really do like Walker Texas Ranger.
No.
You do. Look. Good.
Okay, talk about your first job.
Okay, now let me fix it.
No, talk about your first job.
No, I gotta fix it while you say it. Okay, my first job, I was a stalker at the pawn shop, and I was with my dad too.
We're Nepo babies. Our dad got us
Yeah,
the
we're
first
Nepo
jobs.
babies.
I'm a Nepo baby. Our dad got me my first job.
Literally, I mean, like,
Not in like a white guy, like my dad knows somebody, but like, like we hustled.
Yeah, we hustled, and my dad has good shoulders on his back, or what is the saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, he works good, so his children must work good, and I work good. I'm gonna tell you that much. And so what my job was essentially, my first job was very Mexican. I'd have to like pick up things for people, really heavy stuff, and then I'd have to like organize it in the back. It was really sad. It was a very hard job. I'm gonna be really honest with you, but like build character.
Imagine it was a hard job.
It was a very hard job. I remember I had to carry like a AC unit by myself, like one of those like, and it was a big old. It was really heavy, and I was like, damn, I couldn't do this. And I didn't like working without my dad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really
That's
honest.
cute.
Because they're all shady people there, respectfully.
Okay.
They're all really shady people there, and my dad kind of protected me and guided me. But when he wasn't there, they would all bully me.
How old were you? 16?
I was like 16.
Oh.
Yeah, I was 16.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else about that?
And it was a good job, though. I remember I had my first struggle meal there. We ate, like I told you, I bit into a tomato. We didn't pack
Just
food.
a tomato?
We were eating tomatoes, yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. And I remember when my mom, because like, the Bluey episode, you gotta work for your food and it tastes better.
Yes.
So I remember when I was watching Bluey, I remember that. And then I was like, my first time I ever had that was when my mom, she came in, or was it you, came in with arepas, like pretty much a bandeja paisa for breakfast, and we ate it together, and I cried.
Oh, Danny, that's so sad.
I cried because I was working really hard, and then I ate it, and it tasted magnificent. I essentially worked for my food, and it tasted amazing.
Oh, so sad. I worked at a food place.
Yeah.
So if you would say I worked for food, no, just kidding.
You're stupid.
My
Okay.
first place was a burger place.
It was a place run by clowns. If you
It sure
catch
was
my-
from some clowns.
Shut up! Ah, you get it. You get what I mean. Y'all at home know what I mean.
Okay, I got it because my dad knew somebody. My dad knew somebody.
My
Of course he
that
does.
we've been getting jobs networking.
Your dad gotta know somebody
Do.
in a Mexican way, not
In a
white
Mexican way, not like a white
Not,
people
not like
way.
in a white guy way, like a Mexican way. Like, hey, can you help my son get something? And like a year later, you finally get in.
Literally, like
Okay,
it's like
but-
it takes a Mexican to know a Mexican, and y'all don't even need to know each other. Y'all just Mexican, and they'll be like, I'll
Yeah,
take
and
you.
then I worked there. I was a cook. Ooh, big titles, a cook.
Ooh.
I remember.
As Mexicans are.
Yeah, Mexicans cook.
They
Have
be
you ever
cooking.
heard the song Mexican Chef?
No.
It's like French bistro, Mexican chef, Italian restaurant, Dominican chef. It's like that. I'll have to play it for you someday.
No, but it's real.
Yeah, that's how it is.
It really is, though.
And I was there. I remember I did not like that job. I don't like most of my jobs.
From the beginning, you knew jobs
Yeah, I was
for
like,
you.
I have to be a person that works at home, you know,
Yeah.
or like a in and out, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because like no, I can't. But the first day on the job, the grease traps spilled or something.
What?
Yeah, like the grease, like the grease. Like
How does it spill? Isn't it
the
just
bottom has like a hose or a turny thing
Yeah.
that controls how much grease gets in. So something happened, and then like it all came out, and like, I don't know if you know, but if it's a lot of grease,
Yeah, 'cause I know.
it's like putty. It's like play. It looks like paste.
Ooh, yeah. I know.
And then the boss, who's no longer the boss, because cruel and unusual punishment, but he was like,
Yeah.
"You are staying." Not me. It was some man. You are staying all day until you clean all of it up.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
No.
No, you can't do that.
Cruel and unusual punishment.
It was like cat litter. He used to clean it up.
That's ridiculous.
I was like, this.
And he stayed?
He stayed and did it. I know it's a lot of like. I don't want to say like a lot of people need the job.
That's sad.
It's so sad. Some people really need the job.
We're very thankful where we don't necessarily. I mean, we need
We
it.
needed jobs now,
but
but like at the time we were like teenagers.
Yeah, but like we're very thankful that our family can help and support us.
Yes,
but I have a very extensive resume that if I were to quit my job now, I can find a job almost immediately.
Not me.
I have a very extensive.
But
I know about jobs.
But it was not good. But like it was a whole bunch of Latinos in there, of course, as we already mentioned.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect. They listen to like Selena.
Yeah.
Like they put on their music and no one said anything. There's not a lot of Latinos anymore there.
No.
Which is like crazy. But the guy that got me hired is still there. I'm like, hey.
Oh yeah, we see them.
Alright, after that, I was talking about my next job. After that, it was another food place. This time it was a place that sold chicken and biscuits.
Tell them that fun story that I told you
What's the
about.
story?
I forgot.
Oh my god! And like there was a predominantly black employees.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember what it was, but like the lady was like, "Okay, do you want some white meat or some dark meat?" And then he's like, can I get some dark meat?" And she's like, "Ladies, you hear that? He wants some dark meat." And then I was like, I was like, "Yes."
I love
great.
that. It's so great.
That job wasn't as bad.
Because I remember you'd have some fun stories.
That job wasn't as bad, but like you could tell that they weren't prepared with anything. Cause like they'll be like, "Okay, I started as a biscuit maker." They're like, "Okay, actually, no. Why don't you go work on a fryer?" I was like, "Okay."
But you knew how to fry.
I knew how to fry, but then they're like, "Okay, do you want to be the biscuit maker again?" I'm like, "No."
Did you ever make biscuits?
I did not make good biscuits. I tried to.
Oh yeah.
But
didn't they bully you or something?
yes, they did. There's like 20 steps to making biscuits. But
Step 1 to make a good biscuit.
Step 1 to make a good biscuit, you
Get someone who knows how to make biscuits.
You get the freeze dry powder and you put water in it. No,
yes, and you mix it.
Yeah, and then
you flick the roaches. And
I think about
off
that job is I'm sure it's a fast food thing, but you have to do 12 things at once.
Yeah,
and then they get mad at you when you can't do 12 things at once.
Yeah.
Which I understand, but like, come on. Come on, I can't be I can't be peeling the feathers off of the chicken and having to flour another batch of chicken that I had from the morning. You know? They're like, peel the feathers. I'm like, yeah, you wish. No, just kidding. No, just kidding.
Comete esto.
But no, I did have some times that I didn't peel the chicken. I didn't peel it. So like, and it gets weird because when you deep fry feathers, they turn puffy. Oops.
So you weren't a good cook.
I didn't have time to peel off the feathers. Let's talk about your job. What's your
Anyways, my other after that, what was my other job after that? Do you remember?
Was it retail?
No, I didn't go. Ooh, I went to because I was working for a really long time at this pawn shop, and then I ended up doing right. Or, a pancake house. You can redact it. It's a pancake house.
We ended up working at a pancake house.
Yeah, I worked at a pancake house. And so I only worked there for like 3 days, and it was very sad.
Was it Mother's Day?
Don't get ahead of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so the first time, it was like the week of Mother's Day. The first time they brought me in it's actually 2 days. The first day they brought me in, they were showing me the ropes, if you will. And God bless the guy who taught me. He was being very nice and doing the work for me, but in that he wasn't teaching me
Look at
anything.
myself.
Little baby. And so in doing that, he didn't really teach me. I only like attended like two people really, and I didn't
I hate
really.
it when they do that.
Yeah, I mean like it's not bad
Not
intentions.
bad, but like I have to work.
It doesn't help you,
Yeah.
if they're not teaching you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then the day after, it was Mother's Day. And so when you go to this pancakery on Mother's Day,
Patisserie.
yes, what are you going to find?
That's a bakery. Continue.
Everybody and their mother up in the
Literally.
place. Like, literally. And so it was everyone on staff. It was the district manager, the store manager. It was like
Oh my god.
it was everybody, and they knew I was a new guy, and so they didn't give me any leeway. They kind of just threw me into it because they thought I was taught.
Why would they do that?
I thought that was
That happened to me too, but I was able to do it. Sorry, no shade, friend. But continue.
I also had to memorize the menu. I think that's kind of like cruel.
That's well, you were a waiter, right?
Yeah, but that's a lot of
I didn't
fucking
have to do
menu. If you, I mean, if you know what I'm talking about, you can connect the dots. That's a lot of fucking menu. And then they got like custom shit. Either ways, and so when I went there, they had like a list of tables with everyone's name on it, but they didn't add last names, and there was two Daniels.
You're Daniel.
Yes, and so I had like 6 tables.
How did you have 6 tables?
I originally was supposed to have 2 tables.
What?
But then I picked up the tables of the other Daniel because he was 1 late, and 2 no one knew that it was
Other Daniel.
Other Daniel. They just thought it was me, Daniel, who was there at the time. And so I had to juggle all these tables, and then no one was correcting me. And then I also had to translate because the cooks were Spanish speakers who only spoke Spanish. And so, literally, and they told me, don't translate for them. They told me don't translate for them. They know what they're doing. But, like, I was translating for them because I'm not going to let my people, like, suffer. Like, why am I going to do that? And then in that, I was taking up a lot of time, and it was, like, this all thing. And then the district manager came up to me, and then she was like, what's this? I was like, oh, blah, 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 explaining it. And she was like, maybe this job isn't for you. Like, in front, on the floor. Like, on the floor with everyone. And she's like, can you turn in your smock for me, please?
What the hell?
Yeah, and then I turned in the smock, and I said, Happy Mother's Day. I went out, and I cried in my car. That's the first place I've ever been fired. And only place I've ever been fired.
I've only been fired in one place, too.
What was the place you got fired?
It was, next job.
Hey!
Next job, Mexican restaurant.
Mexican restaurant.
I worked there, which made, there was a lot of, there wasn't a lot of Mexicans there.
I love working with Latinos, I'll say that much.
I've never had a bad time working with a Latino.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, can
I
you
like
say
them.
the same?
I mean, sometimes, Latinos out in the wild, they're not nice people to me. But when I work with them, they're all very nice to me.
I've never had a problem working with a Latino or seeing one.
Yeah.
But I worked at a Mexican restaurant. I was a not busboy. What is it? Dishwasher. I was a dishwasher.
You were the dishwasher.
And it was funny because an old man worked there too.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Oh, what happened? Where is he? Did he die?" I'm like, "Huh?"
What?
And then I liked that job. It was alright. I got to eat food. I ate food there. They let me bring food home. Another job my dad got me because Mexicans.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think I fell into
pancake place.
Pancakery.
Yeah.
But I don't think Papi helped me with that one.
I don't know. But and then I liked that place. And it was alright. It wasn't bad. The only things, which is the smelling me thing, but like I don't like it when they're like, okay, before you leave, you have to mop the floor, you have to take out the trash, you have to blah 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 blah. I'm like, why can't I do what my job is?
Yes, they always give you different things to do. You're like, that's not my criteria.
Yeah, why can't I do what my job was?
Why can't I do what I want?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I want to be like, which is what I do. Which I'm getting ahead of myself. But and then the guy, there was also this like annoying guy that worked there. And, like, he was like, oh, you don't know what to do. Like, oh, you never take out the trash? Or, like, stuff like that. He's like,
oh, very condescending.
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
And then, but that's besides the point. Okay, so I worked there, and I caught the flu.
Yeah.
I caught the flu for, like, 3 days. Because flu.
Yeah.
And then, I went...
They thought you died.
No. He died, no. And then I went back to work the next day, because I was like, I'm still on the clock. And then, the old guy that everybody thought died was there working in my place. And I don't know why I didn't go home that day. I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
just were trying to find work for
yeah,
you
I was
because
like
they
standing
wasn't.
there.
Yeah.
I was just like standing there watching. He didn't talk to anybody. He was like, "Oh, can you do that for me?" That old man.
He was telling you
Yeah,
what
he
to
was like, "Can
do,
you do that for me?"
and you listened.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I was like, it wasn't anything bad. It wasn't like take out the trash. He's like, "Can you bring me the stuff from the bus table or whatever?"
Oh well.
And I was like, "Oh, this man's talking to me." But either way, I wasn't supposed to be there, I guess. And then the manager, he was like, "Okay, I didn't know you were gonna come in today." I was on the schedule. He's like, "Oh, well, you're not on any schedule now, because I thought you quit."
And you're like, might as well, and then you left.
And mind you, I call him every day, all of those 3 days. But he's like, "I thought you quit." So I like that job, but it didn't end well.
Mm. Um.
You got anything to say in 8 minutes?
What? Okay, so what? One thing about I feel like we should also preface that Jonathan always went the food route,
Yeah, I went the food route. Daniel went the retail route.
and I went the retail route because problem with me. I think I've mentioned it in one of the episodes that with too much food overstimulates me and it makes me want to throw up.
Okay.
You
Oh
know?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so like I remember working at and I'd like get the ick like real bad. I'd have to go to the bathroom and like gag. Like it was like not good. And I don't know why it didn't affect Jonathan as much. I don't know cuz that happens to Mommy and Alex. That doesn't happen.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, I got that. And
I also after wanting to be a cop, I wanted to be a chef. So I was like, okay, baby, we'll continue.
yeah.
I thought it was like chowder.
Yeah. Oh, slay.
Yeah.
And so I'd always do retail jobs after retail jobs. And I feel like I'm a very good customer service person. I'm very good.
Okay.
I'm very good. And so I did a lot of that. I think my third job was Billy's, wasn't it?
Is it? I think it might have been.
I don't know how I should have written a chronology of all my jobs, but I had a lot of jobs. I had to. We should also talk about being mechanics with my dad.
Okay, continue.
But I had to run a thrift store as well. It was called Billy's Thrift. She ain't gonna sue me. She'll be okay. Um, and essentially my job was I had to lug out like all of the giant furniture. You really cut yourself bad, didn't you? Ooh, ew. Okay. I had to lug out all the giant furniture and I had to turn on the blow up dragon up front.
Oh, there was a dragon.
Remember? There's a blow up dragon. And so I had to put that all up front and then I had to man the store. And it did very well for a minute because everyone gets like excited. They're like, oh, there's something new. But then it started becoming a hassle because it was such an awkward place. You know what I mean? It was a very awkward place.
It was an awkward place to be.
It was like very hard to get into.
It was like on the side of Main Street, not even like in a plaza. It was like right there.
Yeah, and like if you miss it, you miss it. And then you have to like go all the way down the street and then turn out the light and come back down and then U-turn and then go back into it. Mm-hmm. So it was like, if you miss it, you're not going back because you're not going to do all that. It's Main Street and there's traffic. So we saw a bunch of customers and then we'd see like no customers. And then I have to assist her with going to auctions and then like bringing the things from that.
Was it like the movies?
It was like Storage Wars, you know? It was like that, and so she was a big old country woman and her husband, her idiot husband, and so respectfully, I love them both because they gave me a job, I guess.
I don't love them. You became their help.
Yeah, I did. You keep getting away ahead of it, but and so
don't mind me.
Don't mind him being weird. And so we had to do that, and then the business started going down as it normally does, and so. And so she said, I could still give you work if you need it. And I was like, okay. And then I started moving stuff from the thrift store into her house because she was like, yeah, that's what you can do. And she was like, what if you help me decorate? You know what I mean? And I was like, okay. And I was like innocent. I'd help decorate. And then what if I go out of town and you take care of my dog? You know, I was like, okay. What if you clean around the house a bit? And I was like, okay. And so I started slowly becoming her help.
Yeah.
And that was really weird. And then I think at some point I kind of just stopped going. And she didn't question me either.
You just stopped going?
Yeah, I just stopped.
I thought you talked to her.
Did I? I don't remember.
I could have sworn you talked to her.
I mean, maybe that's what happened.
It looks a little weird that I'm working here for you white women.
Yeah, I think so. And also, she was one of those white people who, like, tried to seem like she was woke, but she wasn't.
What do you mean?
She wasn't. She was like, we were talking about, like, immigration stuff, and she was like, but could you imagine if someone came into your house and was like, I live here now? And it was like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Hello?
You know, stuff like that. And she's like, I can't be racist because I know people who are black.
I've seen a person who's brown.
I've seen a guy who knew a guy and kind of stuff like that. And she'd, like, call out examples of other people who are more racist than her. I was like, that ain't helping. I think at one point I was like, I was fed up. I was like, we're not talking about this. It was like, I just work for you. I'm fed up with this.
Yeah.
You know, it was the height of Trump, by the way.
It was.
It was
the
height of Trump.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of the second time. Not the second time.
No, the initial time.
I'm thinking of COVID.
No. And it was that, and it was.
Isn't that when you found out you had an allergy?
Oh no, it wasn't.
Oh.
That wasn't. That was when I worked at Jupiter's Wardrobe.
Oh, that's
Jupiter's Wardrobe. Jupiter's Wardrobe. Okay. Yeah, that's when I worked there, and that was when COVID started happening.
That was when COVID started happening.
Yeah, that's when it started happening. But like, should we preface it, or we got like 20 minutes?
I feel like we should go to break.
We're going to break.
We'll be right back, y'all. Okay, I want to go next. So, I kind of want to talk about a couple of things. I want to talk about my internship.
Yeah, talk about your internship.
I had an internship. For my school, you have to my school is great. My school with the broadcasting major is great. There's a TV studio in there. And I'm the switcher, which is the guy that presses the buttons. I've been doing that for like 3 years straight.
Yeah, because you just refuse to change.
At first, I refused to change, and then I was like, "Can I get something else?" And they're like, "No."
No, you're great.
Yeah, they're like, "No, you're really good at what you do." I'm like, "Oh, well, okay." Like, but I work at a TV studio essentially with that. I've got like 3 years of experience with that, so I'm pretty grateful for that. But as I was saying, to graduate, you need an internship.
Yeah.
Which is hell, because I don't want to get out of my house or do anything.
Yeah.
But the best thing you can do in this major is sports. The best thing you can do. What are you doing?
I'm flipping this.
Why?
Because you can see the tag. There you go.
The best thing you can do in this major is sports. And that's what I did. I was like, what? Okay, I'm going to have to do a sports. So what sports are like? I was like, I remember I liked playing Mario Super Sluggers as a kid, so baseball.
I hate you. Yeah, I remember that's what he said.
I applied for it, and I got it.
They loved you there.
They did like me there.
Yeah.
A small town internship baseball team for the kids that want to get a little more experience before college. And
I remember it treated you right over there.
Mostly, but there's some stuff we could say about.
Yeah, of course.
I was a social media manager.
You were good at it.
Which I'm a little ashamed about. Which I'm not ashamed of. I'm a little like iffy about, because there was this one kid who's like, "Oh, I thought I was a social media manager."
Oh yeah, that was kind of sad.
I was like, "Oh, I'm a social media manager," and then he ended up being like the gopher.
Y'all didn't divide social medias?
No.
Were there several?
Well, no. Actually, some people uploaded some stuff. I mostly created the graphics and uploaded them. There are two girls. There were 2 girl interns that got treated differently because they're girls and we're in the South.
2 girls. Happy
International Women's Day. We're in the South, so they got treated different.
Yeah.
But
you seen those TikToks? This is like, I get pretty privileged even though I'm a stud, and it's like a girl at a construction work.
No, I haven't seen that.
Those are
funny. That makes sense. But yeah, he was like the gopher.
Sad.
You know the gophers? The gopher coffee?
Yeah.
Gopher food.
That's sad.
And I was like, oh, this is so sad. He thought it was going to be the social media internship. But that was me. I
would have spoken up. I feel like that is also on his part.
I know, but like, he's a little... But like, it's alright. He's doing fine now. They're all doing better now. They're all at a different internship. I'm still in school. Yeah. But, me, I made the posters, the pictures, the wallpapers, the website, the promo videos, the graphics from when the team won, the graphics from when the team didn't win, the graphics for the tournament. I
You
did
made
all.
graphics for when they didn't win?
They didn't win.
That's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
No, well, I didn't make the graphics for when they win. I'm lying. My manager did that.
Okay, then. I
But
guess John's lying now.
I also was a switcher there too.
Okay.
But like it wasn't the same.
You had to be there for games, didn't you?
I had to be there for home games.
Yeah.
Have
you ever been to an away?
No. I was never gonna go to an away game.
You were like, I'm not doing
I was
that.
like, I'm not doing that. And people are like, okay,
Therefore.
don't do it.
Yeah, and I know people will stop all over me when I work.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Because I'm too nice.
People like not stomp over me because like look at me. But
Yeah, who's gonna mess with that?
I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. And they're like, okay.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, and then but like it was like weird because I had to be. This is essentially work from home internship, but I had to be in there.
Yeah, you could have essentially done that.
I could have done it from home. The plan was to do it from home until I was able to find a host family. But I lived with Daniel for the summer.
In our little apartment. It was about this big.
This is crazy.
My apartment's about this big, honestly.
And it's smaller than this.
Is it? No, it's not. It's about...
Anyways, it's not as wide, I want to say.
No, I think it's the same size, but it's like that. Either way.
Anyways, but we lived with him. It was okay. And I feel like it could have been better if we had the same schedule.
It could have been better if we had the same schedule.
You were working at night or something, and I was working in the morning.
Yeah, I was... Where was I
you were night shift.
I was working Chapel Hill? No, I was working at...
He was night shift, and I was day shift.
Shimmerever... I mean, always...
Always
18.
Young. Always young.
Always 18.
Okay, he was working night shift, and I worked the day shift. So
I'd always 18.
And it was sad. I was a little sad.
It sucked because the times when we would hang out, it was really fun.
That's why I like always want to go back and like spend like a week with you.
You should hang out with me.
I know for summer, but
no, summer I'll be working.
Oh well.
I'll be working.
Well, that's when I have to find a job. But jobs.
Jobs.
But that job was. I don't like the man. Oh, the manager was. No, he was like a mess. Yeah, he told me from the first day. Also, I have to thank the Lord that I was never a gopher or any of that. They never asked me to. I was like a little piece of shit as well too.
Because you're scary dog privilege.
Yeah, my scary dog privilege. But he was like, he told me the first day, he was like, some days you might ask yourself, why am I doing this? But it's all part of the experience. I'm like hell it'll be. And then I didn't have to do any of it.
You didn't have to do anything.
They would ask me, do you want any food? I'm like, no. I don't know why I always said no. I think I was like embarrassed that I didn't have money to pay for it.
Oh.
But like they would pay for me too.
And I remember they withheld money from you.
They did. It ended on a bad note.
That's shady.
It ended on a bad. I see that my application's still open for this year, but no, we're not going back. But it was Venmo. He paid me through Venmo, and then my last paycheck, he was like, "Okay, you can leave. I'll give you a paycheck in about a week." A week turned into 2, then into 3, then into 4. School was starting. I was like, "Okay, sir, what's going on? Why haven't you sent me it?" He's like, "I sent it on Venmo, right?" And I was like, "Venmo's instant."
Receipts.
I was like, "Venmo's instant, sir." Yeah. And then he sent it to me.
Shady.
Yeah.
That's
but
shady.
like I was saying, I didn't like that. But like my manager, he was cool. He was alright. Yeah. We're all like, I know this is the fun thing about broadcasting. We're all nerds.
I can imagine.
We're all like squares and we're never cool. We're like, ha 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 ha. Yeah. We're all together. And then it was a fun time. It was cute. I liked it. It wasn't a bad time. The only thing was like the messy managing. Because like I'll have to do a graphic and then export it and then send it to someone. They're like, can you make it blue? I
feel like managers can really make or break experiences.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, I'll make it blue. And then I have to open it again, do it again, export it, and then send it again. They're like, actually, I like the better when it was red.
Oh my god, I would have lost my mind.
And then like, whatever. But like, that's the only complaint. I saw so much of the town. It was so nice.
The big chair.
Yes, the big chair. Also, well, if you know where that is, the big chair, then that shows you where my internship was. But like, I can't really complain about it. Everyone was nice to me there, except the manager sometimes was a little weird. And it should have felt more like an internship. I want to say like I was supposed to be learning something, but I was just working.
It felt like a family.
No, I was working.
You know when it works like that?
Yes, I was just, that's red flag. Red
flag. If they say, this isn't a job, this is a family. The only exception was Rainbow.
Hi, Rainbow family.
Hi, Rainbow family.
But, I feel like I was supposed to be learning something, but I didn't. It was just like...
Experience.
It was on-field experience, which is the point.
To fill out a resume.
But, like, even my, even the guy that hired me was like, okay, I'm going to talk to you one day and ask you what do you want to get out of this internship.
You never did.
You never did?
Oh, well.
Okay, you. Let's talk about you.
So we were talking about Jupiter's wardrobe for a second, and that's when I found out that I have terrible absolute doo-doo allergies. I was working there, and it was very. I liked it. I like with a lot of my jobs. I like the people. I didn't like the work or the managers for the most part. But over there, it was fun. We had to sort through clothes. We had to put dress up mannequins. I love clothing, and it was very fun. And but I realized that I had a bunch of issues with the clothing, right? And so I would get like allergies and stuff like that. But I think it might have just been COVID because because like this was like the height of like the very beginning of COVID, like when we were just hearing stuff in China,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so we were like, oh my god, this could be really serious. And then like around that time, I remember someone sneezing on me
Uh-huh.
distinctly, and I had to like just like kind of be like, okay, and then your total is 14. You know, I mean, I had
Yeah.
to, because you know, what are you gonna do, like in front of them like that? No, like you're just gonna like retail. You gotta be like profesh, and you have to be like
I work in the
14.
back. That doesn't happen.
That happens to me all the time, and so we had to do that, and then I started getting sick. I started getting really sick. I couldn't breathe. I was having difficulties, lots of phlegm, lots of this. It was like bronchitis, they were saying, but it lasted way too long.
Have you bronchitis?
And then like my
I used to get bronchitis all the time as a kid.
yeah, and then my lungs started rattling. It started making a really bad noise, and then doctor's like, this is like really weird. They're like, this is weird. Why are you sick so
Little did
long?
we know.
It lasted like, I'm pretty sure it was long COVID. It lasted like a year. It was
Long
like,
COVID is actually the effects of after having COVID.
well, I the initial and then the effects,
Yeah.
but it was god awful. I was like losing my mind, and I was like at the point where I was like, I'd rather just die.
Hello?
Yeah, or
You had
like
like an episode and it was really bad.
I had an episode. It was really bad. This is we're not getting into health episode. Health?
Next episode
Health?
after the Oscars. Next episode's the Oscars, y'all.
Yeah. Don't spoil it. But either ways, it's okay.
Continue.
And so I remember one time we came back from the hospital because I had to run to the hospital all the time because it was bad. I couldn't breathe. One time we were feeling good. We're gonna go out. I remember
Yeah,
we were
you were
gonna
gonna
go
go
out and
out.
do something. And then I was like walking around, and then I was like, I can't catch my breath. That's weird. And so I tried to take in a deep breath, and then something just locked like this, and I
Oh my
couldn't
god.
take in a breath. So I started freaking out.
I don't think I've ever heard this from your experience.
Yeah, I started freaking out, and so I started taking off clothes. I had to like, I don't know
Not like
why.
naked, but
Not
like
like naked, but like I was like maybe like wearing a sweater or something because I was going out.
yeah.
I had to take that off, and I couldn't breathe.
You
And
get cold. I
no, I
remember you.
wasn't. Oh yeah, I got cold. Yeah. Oh, let's not get ahead of myself. And so I was doing that, and I was like pacing. I was trying to catch a breath, you know, for wind and stuff. I couldn't do that, and I really had to use the bathroom also, and I couldn't
Yeah,
use the
that's also an
bathroom,
effect
and
you
so I
have.
started getting really frustrated, and then I started freaking out, and then it was like getting really bad. I think I threw up, or at some long time along the lines I threw up, and then at some point I had to lie down on the bed, and I had to do like this little pyramid for people who know who have asthma attacks and stuff like that. You have to get into this pyramid, and it's like apparently it's like a natural emotional response when you can't like breathe. You get in a pyramid, and it helps you breathe better. And then at some point told my mom, oh my god, my poor mother. I was like, I'm just tired. I don't want to do this. I'm just tired. And apparently that's like the signal for like, okay, I'm gonna die. And
Clearly.
clearly, and so my mother started going crazy. She was like, no, like she's like, no, and they took me to the hospital and all that, and then they still didn't. And
They didn't know what it was
the
still.
shitty thing was when I got there, they didn't really care, and
Good
they,
job.
yeah, they didn't really care. They're like, yes, I was there. I was literally having an attack, and I texted them. I had to go to the hospital. Like it's like really bad, and they're like, okay, but are you still coming in to open up the store? I was like,
No.
the fuck, I'm not. I'm literally in the hospital. I think I
Yeah.
sent her a picture. I was like, I'm in the hospital, and she was like, I need someone to open up the store. And I was like, well, I quit.
Good luck finding someone.
Good luck finding someone. And she had to go into work herself
Good.
because like I feel like if you're a manager or
Managers are, I want to
something,
say managers are not your friend.
they're not your friends. I feel like you should at least like be like, oh, poor thing, he's in the
No,
hospital.
you want to,
I mean, people don't show compassion.
there's a reason that they got to their place.
I mean, I guess, but like either ways, I've had some good managers. I've had really good managers. Nice was an amazing manager, but I digress.
Okay, I guess shout out Nice if you're
Shout out
listening.
Nice. Yeah, and so it was bad, and then I didn't go in, and I was still recovering, and like for a while, I was still feeling awful.
That's so sad.
Yeah, and now I still have asthma because of it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to take Monteclast
You do.
like every day.
I used to have asthma.
Yeah.
Like as a kid.
He's a kid.
Yeah. That's why I don't know. Asthma seems like juvenile to me because of that.
It does, but like mine's just like bad. I think like my lungs are shit.
That's so sad.
Honestly, but either ways, and so I quit that job. I was like, fuck that job. But also I tried to sell clothes to them, remember? And they were like, I don't think we could sell clothes today, actually. I think we're closed. And then like I was like, oh, so can you write down my number?
She's a strange white
And
woman.
the strange white woman, and she was like, I'll call you. Never calls me.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know. She was very shady. She's very
Clearly.
shady. And I was the manager, but I wasn't the manager. They weren't paying me the way as managers. Like, you're not the manager, but you open up the store, you close registers, you set up times for
Key
people.
holder.
You're the key holder, is what you were. I was like, I'm practically the manager. I'm literally making schedules for people.
Okay.
And okay. So I wrote down I was the manager. I was like, I pretty much was the
Hell
manager.
yeah.
Yeah, it was I even for my like most recent job, like before working at school, because I work at school now, it was at the school on the hill,
You already mentioned the name, but okay.
Chapel Hill, and so I was like, I put the no, it was Rainbow. I was like, this. I worked here as a manager, but do not call her because she's crazy. And
Yeah.
they took my word and they hired me, and I worked the best time at Rainbow. Rainbow was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going next job. So current job. Let me go to my current job.
That's all. That's what you got.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Wow.
Now it's on the current job, which is did I skip a job?
It was Chicken House.
Chicken House, Biscuits
Mexican
House, Mexican restaurant.
restaurant.
And then no, that's it. This is my current job. I'm a delivery driver.
I'm the delivery.
I'm Shrek. I'm delivery boy.
I'm a delivery boy.
Yeah.
Pero I work there because I noticed that a lot of people would come to the biscuit place and be like, "I'm DoorDash. Can I have my order?" And they're like, "Okay." And we're like, "Oh, I could do that shit." And then I did
Seems
that.
easy enough,
And then I
says
did
John.
that shit. But then, disclaimer: stop doing that shit, y'all, because y'all are overfunding the market.
Yeah.
But I was like, I could do it, so y'all don't do it, because like y'all are oversaturating the market.
There's so many drivers
There's
and
so
not
many
enough
drivers.
orders.
And there's enough orders, but like, it's just too many people. And then like, what am I trying to say? I like it when someone's already like established. I don't want to say I like when people ask me. I was the original person to do it here, in this town. I feel like I was.
Slay.
And then everybody else started doing it. I was like, okay,
Trendsetter?
like all right, yeah. But I like when people ask me. So like this is for everyone that's already delivery driving. So like if you want to start, don't. But
Don't.
don't.
Start off. One,
But,
don't. But two, what?
Okay, one,
Don't.
do it on more than one.
Yeah.
Do it on more than one, because red isn't gonna pay you enough, and black will pay you more. But do red and black.
Yeah, do both.
Yeah, do red and black. And two, be picky. Be picky. Don't drive 2 miles. No, don't drive 6 miles for $1. Don't do that. You want to say that it adds up, but it's not going to add up. It's not going to add up in a reasonable time. Also, have places that you want to go to and have places you don't want to go to. I have like a whole bunch of places I don't want to go to because of rude customers or long wait times or what be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And save for taxes. Taxes
Yeah.
is hell. I feel like you should do a quarterly tax, but like I don't do that. So like I'm like paying hundos for
Hundos?
taxes, but also also if you don't want to. But yeah, I like that job. Then what can I say? The saving the money is like weird. Some orders are better than others, of course. And what else could I end it on? It kind of ruins your car.
Yeah.
It kind of ruins your car a little bit, but like you're driving it all day.
I mean, if you got like a new car.
If you got a new car, if you're like, if you're rich enough, you're not gonna do it. But
Yeah.
if you're rich enough to have a car that
You know,
only
some
use for
people
that-
cosplay poverty, so
to only do it for that, then yeah,
yeah.
you just do that. But I like the job. Don't do it if you aren't already doing it. So do
Maybe
things.
stop.
It's always an old white guy is like, you're doing that job? Why? I got a better job for you. And then they like have their phone and like they're like, why don't you work for me? And it's like MLM. And I'm like, no.
No, I'd rather not.
At this point, they're like, do you enjoy your job? I'm like, no.
Should I do it? No.
Yeah, and like I'm doing it right now. No.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
It's a hard job. Okay, you? You want to wait, most recent job?
Let's talk about Rainbow because I love Rainbow. No, I don't really need to talk about. In short, I'll say Rainbow because Rainbow's great. It's Rainbow's women apparel store. I loved Rainbow. I loved everyone there.
This is the one place you named.
What?
This is the one place you named.
The one place I named because I only have good things to say about them. Rainbow was amazing. I loved Rainbow. I loved the managers. I loved the district manager, store manager. I was like up in there. Like I'd go to store to work at different stores because they knew like Daniel was a good worker, and so then they put him wherever. I could do cashier, I could do floor, I could do mannequins, I could assist customers, I could do stock. I did everything. So I did great.
And you liked it.
And I loved it. I loved it. At some point, I was getting tired of it,
But why?
because I don't like working.
Oh, who likes working?
In short, I just didn't like working. But whenever I get there, I'd have the time of my life.
Okay.
Because I loved everyone who worked there. They really made it.
Okay, cool. That's cute.
They really made it, and you know it goes to show. Yeah, and for that job, I was like, I can understand working here forever. You know?
Yeah, you can understand that.
Yeah, I was like, I can understand why people work here. You know what I mean? But also, they made it.
Yeah. Do you have any? Let's talk about that a little bit. Do you have any other jobs that you feel like you'd work there forever? Out of all of them?
Rainbow. That was it. And no, working at colleges. I could work at a college forever.
Yeah, I feel that. Like I like working at my class that's a TV studio, and maybe the internship if they like treated me better.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can work at those.
Yeah, I mean, like that's stuff we're learning to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I worked at Chapel Hill. I already mentioned them. I worked at Chapel Hill as the studio technician, and that was for a bit. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. There was no students, but when there were students there, I'd assist them, and I felt like real legit. I work in the ceramic studio at my current college, and then I work in the foundry in my current college. And it's fun. I do a lot of cleaning there, unfortunately. You know?
Oh, yeah, you want to talk about that?
Let's talk about that for a little bit. But, like, you know, I don't think it was their fault because, you know, it's a predominantly white university, and they don't understand racism the way that minorities...
They don't see racism.
They don't see racism.
It's still racist.
Yeah, they don't see racism the way that we do, but they... unfortunately do commit.
It's still racist.
It's still racist, but you know, I'll throw them a bone in this one. But
I wouldn't.
Yeah, and so they give me work a lot in cleaning. I do a lot of cleaning. I have to sweep floors. I have to clean tables. I have to do all this. But the foundries work with metal, and then the ceramics. I know everything about ceramics. You know, and because I've worked ceramics in undergraduate, and then I'd still have to do cleaning. And so I was getting fed up. I was seeing my other peers around me working the same job, showing students being hands-on and stuff like that.
I could imagine.
Yeah, and I was getting frustrated because I had to come in on Sundays in nights to clean to get ready for Mondays.
Sunday nights?
Yeah, she said, "Can you come Sunday nights?" I was like, "Okay." My
Who
dumbass
works
saying,
Sunday night?
I don't know, the Latino, me. And so at one point I confronted the teacher and I was like, I don't know if you're doing this on purpose, but like I feel like I'm only cleaning and I feel like I'm the only one and I just think it's racist. And because like I'm the only Latino here and I'm only cleaning. And then the teacher had to stop in her tracks and she was like, "Oh, it kind of does look like that, doesn't it?" And then she thoroughly apologized to me.
Mm-hmm.
And she also had to mention that her husband's Mexican. But let's not digress in that. I love her. We're good friends now. But and I was like, this is kind of shady. You know, it's kind of shady, unfortunately. And so I brought it to her attention. And now I'm starting to do work in ceramics. Okay. And she's now inviting me into the classroom with her. Mm-hmm. And so I'm doing that. I had to sit in for a glazing seminar. And then she was like, "Am I forgetting anything?" And I'd be like, "You forgot this, and this." And then she was like, "Oh, okay." And then she'd have to like talk about that as well. So like I felt like I was really engaged in the class. And it was fun. I really did like working with students. in a weird way, you know. Adult students, I could imagine being okay with kindergartners,
You
but like,
wanted to, didn't you?
I wanted to be a teacher for one. Yeah, I was like, let me do a practical job. Let me be a teacher. Isn't that funny? But and because like I was like, I can't do art. Let me be a teacher. And so I did that, and I was like, okay, let me be a teacher. I did everything. I got all the way to the end, and then I took the practice. I failed by 2 points, and financial aid only covered it once. And so I was like, how much is it for two again? It was like $90. I was like, I don't have that money. I'm not being a teacher. And so I started doing studio art. And then I found out that during the pandemic, I guess they just waived the praxis.
Yeah.
And then,
That's how I felt when I didn't take the SAT because it was money and then they waived it for a hurricane.
like, and they literally during.
But we got through college.
Yes, I was I was already at the finish line, and they were like, Daniel, they waived the praxis. You could do it. I was like, it's too late. I was like, it's too late. Y'all not getting me now. And so, but like, I graduated college. I could do community college. I could teach at a community college if I want to. And I'm doing my master's. And when I graduate my master's, I could teach college.
What's your dream job?
My dream job is to be a full-time artist,
As in?
singer, a visual artist, performer,
All
a
type
full-time. I want to like do a little bit of everything because why am I going to contain myself?
Like who? Is there an example?
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu?
She's a visual artist and
Oh,
actress.
that's right. She does everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like Childish Gambino, like or
Okay.
Donald Glover. He's like a singer. He's
I
like
see that.
an actor. He's like a writer. Like the type like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love that. Beyonce.
For me, it's probably a director.
Yeah.
Like music video director, mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Like, cause you do the
I'd
damn
love
thing.
to do it. I'd love to be a director X or like a Spike Lee or something like that.
Definitely.
I meant to say Spike Jones, but also Spike Lee. I like him too.
Yeah.
But that's the really big one. Like get a NEGOT and do that. But
I would like an EGOT too, but like,
it's possible.
I mean, like, what's the saying? The only thing that's key, it's saying that to get an EGOT, you only need 4 awards, and you only need you're only 4 awards away from an EGOT.
Yeah.
And you think of it like that.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That's pretty easy, if you ask me.
All right. Any last things about jobs?
Treat people nicely. Give people livable wages.
Gain class consciousness, everybody. I'm tired.
Yeah. And don't be a dick.
I'm tired of it. Let's gain class consciousness and
rise
make
up.
it work.
You heard it from us.
Yes. I'll work, like JT said, I'll work
Jobs,
bitch, I work,
jobs,
bitches, got him on the plane. Oh, that's JT's part. Got him on the gram, pickle crowd, fucking man, JT serious.
What did JT also say in that interview? Was like,
She's like, I always had a job working. Like, I was always working at this aquarium. And she's like, $400, what am I going to do with that?
yeah.
She's Carl Marx.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back with Show and Tell. It's my turn.
Yay!
Ew. Ew. It's a squinty eyes to me. Okay, so
I be looking good. I'm saying
anyway,
much.
Danny makes fun of
Mexican
me.
drip just
Danny
really
makes fun of
hits.
me because I only watch music videos apparently. But I guess you want to. I told you want to see another music video or video, and you said video.
I said a video. I want to see what he showed me.
I'm gonna show you Anna. Do you know who Anna is?
No, John.
You know who Anna is?
No.
She's my new obsession. She's that girl that's half colors. Half and half colors. She's half yellow and half blue.
I couldn't tell you. Oh, okay.
What do you know about her?
Carolina showed me a video and I was like, this is dumb.
Which one did she show you?
I don't know. They were just talking.
Talking?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the setting was?
It was nonsense. Very Dada.
Were there more than one person in it?
I think so.
Like, what type of people? I'm trying to like...
I couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to see if we're watching the same video.
I couldn't tell you. It was very amorphous.
Okay, I think this is not the one I'm showing you. But I kind of want to show him... I think I want to show you that one. But I want to start from the beginning. So what else do you know about her?
That she's not a her?
Yes, she is.
They're like... What? Aren't they like non-binary?
No.
I thought they were.
If I'm wrong, I'm gonna put it here. But I don't think she is. Her voice actor is.
Oh,
The voice
that's probably
actors
what I
are.
heard.
And like it's just that she has a masculine voice, a masculine and a feminine voice.
I think that's Slay.
It shows her duality, and which is funny because the masculine voice is the sensitive side,
Slay.
and the feminine one is the angry side. And she's Peruvian.
Latinos.
She's Peruvian, which is pretty fun for me. I want to cosplay as her.
Okay, Slay.
I want to cosplay as her new form, when she looks like Mario, and she's like red and green. She looks like Mario now. You guys know. You guys know. You guys know.
They don't.
They do.
Okay.
You're the only one that don't know. No, I was kidding.
Wrong.
The guy that made her is also Peruvian, which is why she's Peruvian.
Yep.
She's like dressed up as a typical Peruvian.
Isn't who's the rabbit? Five Nights at Freddy's? What is it called?
I don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's not Five Nights at Freddy's.
You just said it was Five Nights at Freddy's.
I said the rabbit Five Nights at Freddy's version. What's it called?
The what?
You know, is analog horror.
Oh, the Walton Files?
Walton Files. Latinos rise
that's
up.
a weird way to describe it. Is she Latino?
Yeah, they're Latino.
Oh, that's right. They're
There's a
Latino.
man. But Latinos rise up. Latinos make good content.
We do. Of course we do. We have that little edge.
Yeah.
But this video is going to be weird. Not like crazy, like, oh, what am I looking at? But
It's
like,
just weird. I know.
It's weird.
I looked at one of the videos. I was like, okay.
yeah. Do you like her? Do you have fun what
No,
you've seen?
I don't have any opinions.
No,
I like the visual design of her, but that's it.
I did too.
I think she looks cool, but like that's.
I like her duality, her two voices.
Okay, Slay.
Okay, so I think I'll put it on now. I have it on my Switch, but if it's the video you watch, we'll watch the second one.
I don't remember it, most definitely.
Okay, so this one is called Auction Day.
Slay.
It's the first one.
Auction Slay? Yeah.
It's the first. It's the first one. She and her friend. She has like one friend. Are
Me too. Wrong. I have
going
two.
through the auction, and she still has her masculine and feminine voice, but they're like the original. And she's Peruvian.
And that's
And
it.
it's not long. A lot of these videos are not long, but you know, the character design has grown such a fandom from
I'm
her.
putting on glasses for this. I can't see it.
So yeah, let's play.
Back to nerd.
You've always been. 3, 2, 1.
Loud.
Can't you hurry? We need to go find a spot. Auction day. These are the utmost random days. This is going to be so awful. I think this is going to be the worst day of my life. Wow. Look at the crowd today, Ina. Everyone's ugly. Today's item is super special. What do you think it is? Why would I know?
What do you think?
I don't like. Okay, so it's. I understand that it's emulating anime, of course. The voice acting, most definitely.
Okay.
But I don't like that.
Why?
Because I feel like it's cringy, but like it makes sense. But that's just me personally.
Yeah, that's you.
I don't like anime sounding. They gotta sound like people to me. But it's very
It's
cool.
anime, not people.
Yeah. No, you know what I mean. I like that.
Is that a dog?
I don't know. I like it though.
I think that is a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of those PC games that you play at school.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to give.
I like the close-ups.
Yeah.
It also looks like that macros Mac, kind of like.
Oh, it does.
No.
Yeah.
That was very weird. What is wrong with you?
Ew, I hate that.
So stupid.
Is that a rain rock I just felt?
Oh, shoot! They're going to cancel the auction!
Am I supposed to understand anything?
No,
Ew, I hated that, but that was fun.
she does that.
You should ask before doing that, you know. I'm so... My stupidness never ends!
I don't like that.
El perro.
This is like a shit post.
That's it.
That's it? That's...
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god. Anyways,
Oopsies. Thoughts?
it's art, I'll give you that. It's very visually nice. I don't like voice acting. But that's just my personal gripe. I don't like it when, oh, guys. I don't like that mess. I don't like all that. You know, just talk. But like, I guess it makes sense.
I want to say she doesn't do that in the next ones.
Oh, slay. But I can understand because it's goofy and like it's this. It's not taking itself too seriously.
She's more neurotic in the second one, and the rest of
Slay.
them.
And so it's very visually nice. I like that it looks like MS Paint. I like that it looks like older things. It looks nice. Again, it just looks nice. I didn't understand none of the plot, but I don't think that's the point.
You're not supposed to understand. Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I just can't get over the voice acting, honestly.
That's the one thing. They changed the voice actor to like not sound like the male voice, the masculine voice actor, to not sound as much as a kid in the second one. Have you heard you heard the TikTok audio?
What?
It looks like I'm the best, but you're the worst.
Nope.
That's oh player.
You gonna play it?
I don't know how you don't know this TikTok audio.
I don't know.
It's so popular.
You win. I win. You lose. Ah ha ha. That's it.
No, is that like
Oh shit.
is that a popular TikTok audio?
Yo. Yeah, it was a TikTok audio for a minute. It was like a millisecond. It was like not.
Yeah, you don't know this audio. That's super popular. Let's see.
You're gonna play an audio I've never heard before.
Well, it's clearly, clearly you haven't heard of it before. But it's also her. Let's see. What else do I like about it? I like how it's Latino.
Yeah, I'll support anything Latino.
Yeah, and I also really like how strange it is. Of course, I like her duality.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one part where she like fake throws up and turns to like analog footage of waves.
Ew, I don't like
Like
that.
her shape turns into waves.
That's gross, but like it's also cool.
What do you mean gross?
I don't like that. Analog horror is.
It's not
scary.
horror.
I mean,
It's
that
just
sounds scary. But throwing up into an ocean, yeah, that's like not.
shout out to Joel G. He's pretty great. Okay, look.
Shout out to the Walton Files. I'm still waiting.
Like this.
Ew, I don't like that. Yeah, I've heard that before. I always skip it because I'm like, that's annoying.
What the heck?
Yes, I don't like.
I don't know what this is about you.
I don't like the anime voices. I don't, but I think it's
Why?
pretty cool
Why are you
though.
cringe about it?
I don't know. I don't know. It just gives me the ick. I
Why?
guess
That's
is
so
what-
weird.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I really.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
You know anybody else that's like, ugh?
Lots of people. I mean, like online, it's like, people are like, why do they have to sound like that? Or no, wait. I'm probably thinking of like, the pugization of the women in animes.
If y'all been on Twitter recently, it's like,
Like
look at these poor creatures.
Look at these poor creatures, and they're playing basketball.
And then they're like falling.
Yeah, and flailing.
Yeah.
And like the girl eating that food, like very suggestively, is like, this poor thing doesn't know how to eat.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yes.
That's kind of what is. I feel like
I
it's the
understand
same.
that, but I feel like this isn't the same.
Okay, well, I guess it's like an homage to anime, but I think it's very cool. I just don't personally like the voice acting.
Okay. They changed their voice actor.
You told me that
I think I did tell you that.
3 times.
No, this a third time. They changed it after this first one, and then they just changed it like a week ago. They announced
This
it.
is your hyperfixation, isn't it?
No.
Oh,
See, I can talk about stuff without
okay.
hyperfixating on it.
I hyperfixate on stuff. What's my hyperfixation right now?
Right now, it's probably Apex.
It has been.
It
For a while
been
now.
a while now. What else do you like? I don't know. It's just Apex, I think.
I'm watching Hunger Games.
You are watching Hunger, but so's everybody for some reason.
What's up? Oh, because it's on Netflix.
It's on
And
Netflix,
that's
but
why
it's like
everyone
leaving.
listens
I don't know. Either
to it. It's
way.
leaving?
Yeah, it's leaving.
We gotta
soon.
watch it.
So that's it, everybody. Time to go watch Hunger Games.
Time to go watch Hunger Games with the family.
Yeah, thank you for
But
watching.
this sounds like I'm a hater. And I'm just gonna preface.
Yeah, I can't believe you.
I
Don't
might be.
I can't believe you don't support Latino indie animators. Wow.
I support the Walton Files. I don't know what to tell you.
That's not animation. No, it is.
You're lying ass. That's literally animation. Anyways, it's just
support Latinos.
I remember watching one Carolina showed me. I don't think it was that one.
It probably wasn't. It's probably the longer one. That was better.
I was like, this is weird.
It's probably the better one. Yeah.
I mean, like, it's cool though. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. I don't know.
That's you. But okay.
Maybe I'm a hater.
No, it's.
But you're also a hater. So like, what? We're both haters.
I feel like I can live with that.
You can live with that?
Yeah.
I could live with that.
And the eyes of
The ranger are upon you.
Okay, we gotta go. Goodbye.
Wait, what does it start?
Goodbye.
The eyes of the
No,
ranger.
we gotta go.
The unexpected
No, we gotta
stranger.
go. Okay, goodbye.